What happens when a hacker decides to turn the tables on other hackers? Meet Cristian Cornea, the man who infiltrated the heart of the dark web and fooled 100 bad hackers with one brilliant sting. But this is no ordinary hacking story. It's one of deception, creativity, and a dash of moral ambiguity. This is the incredible story of how one good hacker outsmarted the bad guys and why it sparked heated debates in cybersecurity circles. Ransomware attacks are everywhere, crippling hospitals, businesses, even governments. Hackers encrypt critical files, locking victims out of their own systems and demand hefty payments in cryptocurrency for their release. These attacks don't just cause financial damage, they disrupt lives, shut down emergency services, and sometimes even cost lives. The problem is growing at an alarming rate, with billions of dollars in losses reported annually. The rise of ransomware has turned it into a global crisis. But how do these hackers get the tools to carry out their attacks? Many rely on underground marketplaces on the dark web. Breach forums, for example, is one such platform where cybercriminals openly trade hacking tools, stolen data, and step-by-step guides for carrying out cyber attacks. It's like a black market shopping mall for digital destruction. This environment allows even inexperienced hackers to enter the game, amplifying the reach and scale of ransomware attacks. All they need is the right tool, often prepackaged and ready to use. It's this accessibility that makes ransomware one of the most dangerous weapons in the hacker's arsenal. For cybersecurity experts like Cristian Cornea, the question isn't just how to defend against these attacks, it's how to disrupt the ecosystem that enables them. And that's exactly what he set out to do. Faced with the growing threat of ransomware attacks, Cristian Cornea came up with a bold and creative idea. What if he could build a trap that would lure hackers into exposing themselves? This concept, known as a honeypot in cybersecurity, would take the form of a fake ransomware tool designed to look like the ultimate hacking resource. And so, the Jinn Ransomware Builder was born. Jinn was crafted to be irresistible. Cristian knew that for his honeypot to work, it had to appear completely legitimate and offer features that hackers couldn't resist. He spent time carefully designing the software to look like a professional-grade ransomware creation tool. The interface was sleek, and the feature list was impressive. Jinn promised hackers the ability to create their own ransomware with ease, complete with advanced encryption to avoid detection, multi-language support to target victims worldwide, and a command and control system for managing their attacks remotely. But beneath the surface, Jinn was anything but functional ransomware. Instead, it was packed with hidden traps. The command and control system, hard-coded to connect back to Cristian's server, allowing him to monitor anyone who used the tool. The multi-language feature, just a clever facade to make the tool seem more sophisticated. Even the encryption system wasn't real. It simply concealed a backdoor that allowed Cristian to track the hacker's activities. His plan was simple but brilliant. Upload Jinn to breach forums, one of the most active dark web marketplaces, and let curiosity and greed do the rest. By presenting Jinn as a top-tier ransomware builder, Cristian knew he could attract wannabe hackers eager to use it for malicious purposes. In reality, those who downloaded Jinn were walking straight into a trap, exposing themselves to Cristian's carefully crafted honeypot. This wasn't just a random experiment. Cristian was flipping the script, turning the tools of cybercrime into a weapon for good. But the risks were high, and the ethical line was thin. Would his bold plan succeed, or would it backfire? With the Jinn Ransomware Builder ready to deploy, Cristian Cornea launched his plan on breach forums, a notorious dark web marketplace where hackers gathered to trade tools and resources. The software was presented as a premium hacking tool, complete with a slick interface and a compelling description that made it stand out among the competition. Within days, Jinn was attracting significant attention. Hackers on breach forums, both seasoned cybercriminals and eager newcomers, were quick to take the bait. Jinn climbed the marketplace rankings, becoming one of the top 3 tools in the software category. Positive feedback poured in, with users praising its efficiency and ease of use. What they didn't realize was that every time they ran Jinn, they were unknowingly connecting back to Cristian's system. At the heart of Jinn was its hard-coded backdoor, a hidden feature that activated whenever the software was used. This backdoor allowed Cristian to remotely monitor the hackers' activity, gaining access to their systems and logging crucial information about their operations. Every keystroke, every command, every connection was visible to Cristian, turning the tables on those who thought they were in control. The sting was wildly successful. Over 100 wannabe hackers downloaded and used Jinn, exposing themselves in the process. Cristian didn't just track their activities. He gathered valuable insights into how these dark web users operated and the techniques they employed. What made this operation even more remarkable was its precision. Jinn's fake features were so convincing that no one suspected they were being deceived. Cristian's honeypot was more than just a clever trick. It was a groundbreaking move in the fight against cybercrime. By exploiting the same greed and opportunism that drove these hackers, he was able to infiltrate their world and turn their tools against them. But as successful as it was, the operation raised some difficult questions about the ethics of hacking back, a topic Cristian knew he couldn't ignore. Cristian Cornea's operation was nothing short of genius. With the Jinn Ransomware Builder, he had flipped the script, fooling over 100 hackers and gaining valuable insights into the dark web's ransomware ecosystem. But as the dust settled, a bigger question loomed. Was this ethical? Could hacking back, even for the right reasons, ever be justified? Cristian himself was careful to clarify his actions. In a detailed Medium post, he explained that the entire operation was conducted in a controlled, simulated environment. No real-world harm was done, no laws were broken, and the hackers who downloaded Jinn were not compromised in ways that could lead to further illegal activity. It was a carefully executed proof of concept designed to highlight vulnerabilities in how cybercriminals operate. Still, Cristian strongly discouraged others from attempting similar stunts, emphasizing the risks of crossing into illegal territory. The operation sparked widespread debate within the cybersecurity community. Some praised Cristian for his creativity, calling it a bold and innovative way to fight back against ransomware attacks. They argued that hackers should be held accountable for their actions, and that techniques like honeypots are a necessary defense against the rising tide of cybercrime. Others, however, were more critical. Hacking back, even in a simulated environment, risks blurring the line between ethical and illegal behavior. The fear is that such actions could escalate conflicts, encourage vigilantism, or lead to unintended consequences. What happens if a well-intentioned operation like this inadvertently exposes sensitive data or harms innocent parties? Cristian's work underscores a deeper tension in cybersecurity. The fight against cybercrime isn't just a technological battle, it's an ethical one. While his honeypot was undeniably effective, it also raised a fundamental question. How far can you go to stop the bad guys without becoming one yourself? The debate continues to this day, and Cristian's story remains a reminder of the fine line ethical hackers must walk in their pursuit of justice. Cristian Cornea's operation was more than just a technical achievement. It was a daring act of ingenuity that highlighted the vulnerabilities of even the most secretive corners of the dark web. By turning the tools of cybercrime into a weapon for good, he proved that creativity and strategy could be powerful defenses against the growing tide of ransomware attacks. But Cristian's story isn't just about clever coding or outsmarting hackers. It's about the choices we make in the fight against cybercrime. His actions, while effective, brought ethical questions to the forefront. Can we justify hacking back if it means operating in a legal and moral gray area? Cristian's operation, conducted in a controlled and simulated environment, stayed within the bounds of the law. Yet, it serves as a cautionary tale about the fine line between ethical hacking and crossing into dangerous territory. In the end, Cristian's work reminds us that combating cybercrime requires not just technical expertise, but also careful consideration of the ethics that guide our actions. And his story is a testament to the power of innovation, but also a call for responsibility in the ever-evolving digital battlefield. What do you think? Should hackers fight back against cybercriminals, or is it too risky? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more deep dives into the digital frontier.